Thank you, Maharaj. I appreciate that you're asking me about.
Swami Maharaj.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate this. So, actually, I don't exactly remember or very hazily remember of I witnessing those great acharyas gathering in some Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha meeting day after Gaur Purnima. But later on, because I was too young at the time, later on I directly heard from Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj, all about it. And so I can speak about that. Okay, I can tell you something about what I directly heard from Srila Guru Maharaj. Yes, it was very true that every year, day after the Gaur Purnima festival, there would be a mini, small but very quality Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha meeting taking place at Navadvip Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math, mostly under the presidents, under the guidance of Guru Maharaj Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhara Deva Goswami Pad. Yes, so as I heard in that Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha meeting, the very stalwart god brothers of Srila Guru Maharaj, in other words, stalwart disciples of Srila Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, like Srila Bhakti Saranga Goswami Maharaj, then Bhakti Vichar Jajavar Goswami Maharaj, Bhakti Alok Paramhamsa Goswami Maharaj, Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, Bhakti Kamal Madhusudan Goswami Maharaj, sometimes Bhakti Daita Madhav Goswami Maharaj, and so on. There could be some other god brothers, and the Krishnadas, Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, and
Quiero colocar aquí en el este.
few other god brothers of Srila Guru Maharaj would be present in that quality Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha meeting, and mostly they would be holding that meeting, that spiritual gathering, through exchanges, through their lovely Ishtagoshti, lovely spiritual exchanges of their own bhava, different spiritual moods, inner devotional moods, and also how Srila Jiva Goswami Pad, being directly inspired by Lord Nityananda Prabhu Mahaprabhu, has started this Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha movement, and then thereafter it was naturally under the guidance and special inspiration of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Jiva Goswami Prabhu, practically, very practically, realistically started it, began this movement. And thereafter, afterwards, following in the great footsteps of Srila Jiva Goswami Pad, which was, following in the footsteps of Srila Jiva Goswami Pad, one of the exalted acharyas of Rupanuga Sampradaya. Some other Vaishnava acharyas also continued with this Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha gathering or meeting, time to time, under different time, place, situations. Some of them got recorded, some of them not really. But somehow or other, we know about this fact that there was some continuation of Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha gatherings, meetings, exchanges, Ishtagoshti exchanges, all throughout the time, all through, conducted by, participated by different Vaishnava acharyas at different times. Okay, after Mahaprabhu, after Nityananda Prabhu Jiva Goswami Padas. So, back to the point. So, following in their footsteps and divine examples, Srila Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Rakshak Siddhara Deva Goswami Pada, also continued it at his Chaitanya Saraswat Math Navadvip, day after Gaur Purnima. And during those days, there was no so much internet communication facilities, hardly any phone facilities also. So, message would be spread mostly through the devotees physically. Okay, through the devotees, they would be spreading the message, invitations, as devotee peons. In that way, so most of the God brothers of Srila Guru Maharaj, along with their disciples, would be invited more manually, more personal way, personally through messengers during those days. And many of those exalted God brothers of Guru Maharaj would be coming to Chaitanya Saraswat Math, would be present in that great assembly, Vaishnava assembly, Vishwa Vaishnava Raj assembly. And I heard from Srila Guru Maharaj that their motto was also that how to continue this Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha programs and movement into our daily life, into our spiritual life as one of the essential aspects of Sriman Mahaprabhu Sampradaya, Gauriya Vaishnava Sampradaya. So, and the very criteria and character of all these Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha meetings took place at Chaitanya Saraswat Math, mostly under the presidents of Srila Guru Maharaj, or sometimes also under the presidents of my other Guru Vargas, such as Srila Bhakti Daita Madhav Goswami Maharaj, Bhakti Saranga Goswami Maharaj, and so on. I'm not naming all of them. So it would be, some rotation would also be there. Since many of them also took sannyasa directly from Srila Guru Maharaj, therefore they would be mostly preferring that Srila Siddhartha Dev Goswami Maharaj would be presiding over, but Srila Guru Maharaj would be lovingly also sharing that responsibility of the presidents, okay, with other stalwart God brothers also, and requested by Srila Guru Maharaj sometimes, some years. Okay, the other God brothers would also be conducting it. So in this way, it was very mutual, very happy, loving, mutual arrangement, very friendly atmosphere, environment of Harikatha. So basically it was a very loving exchanges of nectarian Harikatha in the Vishwa Vaishnava Sabha meetings, following in the mood of Srila Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada. He loved Brihat Mridanga preaching. He loved, all the Harikatha, great Harikatha preaching programs, propagation of Harikatha, and Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha is one of the great opportunities. It created one of the great scopes of doing so. So, and that meeting was not just limited within only stalwart God brothers, but also along with their disciples. Okay, not in a great number, but small but quality. And in that way, so the mood was again, dadati pratigrihinati gujyam akhati prichhati bhunkte bhojayate chaiva sarvidam pritilakshanam. Okay, Ishtagoshti mood. And how to share, how to have the cultivation of spiritual life of sadhana and bhajana, okay, through more sharing and caring for each other, okay, in Krishna consciousness, in beautiful nectarian Krishna consciousness, being under the guidance of the senior sadhus, okay, the senior devotees. And many of the topics used to come up in their Harikatha, in the flow of the Harikatha in Vishwa Vaishnava Rasa meetings, many of the aspects of Harikatha, Krishna Katha naturally would come up. And of course, I don't exactly remember in very particular way what topics. I have to remember whether Guru Maharaj mentioned to me about the topics. Let me remember. Okay, one of the topics was like about pure Rupanuga Dhara. Okay, pure Rupanuga Bhakti Dhara. And also some other topics would be Vidhi Marga and Raga Marga, sadhana through Vidhi Marga and Raga Marga. And the Sankirtana, importance, a great importance of being in Sankirtana program, which also means, uniting with so many devotees together. In other words, okay, so many devotees together got united and be absorbed, okay, engaged in happy Krishna Sankirtana activity. So Krishna Sankirtana activity and Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha program are almost one and same, very similar mood, same mood. Maybe may not be so much singing there in Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha meetings, but it is a pure Sankirtana movement full of Harikatha discussions, Harikatha exchanges, discussions, and releasing full of mutual releases of hearing Krishna Katha from each other. So it was completely a very mutual reciprocation, mutual devotional reciprocations, okay, of Harikatha, sharing, okay, mutually sharing and releasing from each other. Okay, mutually sharing and releasing the flow to hearing the nectarian Harikatha from each other. It was a very, very ideal example of nectarian Ishtagoshti, Sankirtana. So, and then all the stalwart God brothers of Srila Guru Maharaj, my great Guru Vargas, would be so happy. They would be living Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math afterwards so happily. Of course, they would be fed delicious Mahaprasadam, okay, that was massed according to our great tradition, established loving tradition. All the devotees must honor some Mahaprasadam before leaving for their destination, for their mouth. So it so happened like that. On the whole, okay, it was another festival. It was another day of festival after Gaur Purnima. Of course, after Gaur Purnima, the day after, it's a great festival day of Sri Jagannath Mishra, Anandotsava. We call it as the Anandotsava of Sri Jagannath Mishra, Shachi Jagannath Mishra. So there would be full-scale festival, but they would be managing some sort, or just, mostly it would be taking place afternoon time, okay, or morning time sometimes, but not during the noon time, because it would be during the lunch time. It would be full-scale grand Mahaprasadam festival, Sankirtana and festival, Mahaprasadam distribution festival. So in the morning time, between 9 and 11, kind of, between 9 and 10, and then thereafter, afternoon time around 4, like that. And sometimes day after Gaur Purnima, day after Jagannath Mishra Anandotsava, also would be taking place. Same Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha meeting would be continuing, just in a natural, normal way, like that. Sometimes, not every year like that. It was depending upon their moods. upon the moods of the stalwart acharyas and the other devotees, okay, depending on their urgent missionary, other urgent missionary responsibilities and all. So, so in brief, it was this in brief. Okay.
Thing is more or less time, but these were very wonderful words from you and memories, Guru Varga, how they met with the same concern, which we, some or other, we try to continue.